Hello everyone, I'm Graph with a code here post-commentating this because I fucked up the commentary file again. Seems to be a trend in this. When we last left off, we were about to invade this office to gather data. We find out, I guess you've already found that out, but that goddamn Samity is not really that good of a hacker. Because every one of his plans have been screwed up. Here will be no different. This part always gave me fright. I played this quite a while. I think I finished the game about 4 times maybe, so this would be the 5th. And this part, unless you're a hacker yourself, because we're gonna have to get into the Matrix again. Unless you're a hacker yourself, you're gonna have problems. But I don't really like making a specific hacker because there are not enough times where you're going to get into the Matrix during the game. This is the last time we're gonna get into the Matrix. And it's going to be a pain. It's probably the hardest part in the game, and the most annoying too. If you lose Dodger in any way here, you're screwed. I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to get everybody into cover because you'll see why eventually. Things are gonna be a little complicated in a second. So take your time. If you're in here, take your time, set everyone up, and they're specific in the places where they will act the best. So I'm gonna put Coyote in the front, as you will see, because she has a shotgun, so it's best that she's in the front. I'm gonna put myself in the back, since I have the best accuracy of all of my characters. I'm gonna put Total Biscuit right there, and we're gonna get into the Matrix. The instant you get into the Matrix, they are moving fast. The Telestian Deckers have already regained control. I can't really read this, too small. Control of the elevators to this level, and several security teams have... yeah, I can't read that. Couldn't read that, sorry. But we can continue forth. So, here's the deal here. While we are in the Matrix, you gotta do as much as you can. Keep the alarm level down, because this is probably the longest level, the longest Matrix level. You don't want the alarm to ring, honestly. So, every 5 turns, you can recast alarm suppression, which Dodger has. So even if you're not a hacker, Dodger has it, so you can use it. Every 5 turns you use, so it always advances for 1 turn instead of, you know, the full turns without alarm suppression. I won't do the alarm suppression as well as I mentioned now. You'll see that I'll forget from time to time. But advancing here, we can see a program there. And you see my world famous luck in act immediately. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do a tactical game like this again, because I just don't have luck. It's the same with XCON. I played XCON, I don't think I got to finishing it, and again, yeah, this song again. Honestly, I had as bad as a luck as I had here, and I wasn't even playing on hard or Iron Man. I'm not playing on hard here, I'm playing basically on normal. Still, I have the worst luck. Our objective right now is to get the security camera so we can see what we're dealing with in the, well, open quotes, real world. So, it's not necessary, but it helps a bit, so you're more prepared. So if I have any luck here, which is something I don't have all the time. Alright, seems I had a bit of luck here, so we're just gonna advance with everyone and turn on the security cameras to be in our favor so we can see the enemy teams advancing, so we know how many guys we're dealing with. This is honestly, as I think I said before, my least favorite part in the game. There are just too many enemies, and you're dealing with enemies in the Matrix and enemies in the real world. And if you don't have many combat guys, you're gonna be screwed. You're gonna be completely screwed, honestly. And you're gonna have a rough time. Ugh. Dealing with everyone. I don't think I did this with a Decker, though. I never did this with a Decker. I guess you could be the Decker yourself and bring in 3 combat-oriented guys. That's an option, if you want. But I don't really like making a Decker because, as I said before, and you probably noticed during the LP, there are not many parts in the game where you actually need to get into the Matrix. Even though the parts where you get into the Matrixes are really annoying. Not many parts, as I said. Again, I have to move myself because my character advances on his own. And you see a bit of a bullshit thing that happens here. The guys can open the door from far away, then shoot you, and then the door will close. You'll see that in a second. Probably the most unfair thing that can happen in this game, that happens in this game, I guess. Not counting my bad luck. I wanna say it's my bad luck, but I honestly can say if it's the game, really. If the game actually is broken. The game feels broken in a lot of places, though. This game is not as polished as I expected it to be. But I guess that's a product of the times. If we go down there, there's not any enemies there, so I just send 1 program there. The rest I will send on the other door so they can advance. Because as I said, the faster you do it, the better. As you can see, I forgot to do suppression. So I'm just gonna heal again. We're gonna get the data star there. I think that's the optional thing that you can sell to Vangas. And ahead we'll have you'll see a bit of a tough time. Honestly, on the real world, there's no problem. The problem is in the Matrix is that the Matrix is kind of broken and annoying. I don't really like, as I said, I don't really like the Matrix. But the last I skipped that. Okay. That was basically just insider info on Telestran Industries. Well, this might look good, you know, just 1 program there, that's easy. No, nah. There are programs on the side too, which you have to deal with. You see them there? There's another one on the other side, and ahead of the personal comlink, you probably saw them there. Yeah, a lot of enemies. And you might say, well, maybe if you use your program abilities and your actual programs, if you use their ESP's abilities and your actual programs, maybe you wouldn't have so much of a problem. You're probably right. But honestly, dodgers are not that good. I've actually made a Decker before. I didn't get to this part with the Decker. Again, because I was playing with a character that was imported on this mode, which is used with a workshop file, and there's horrible save loading and the game was unplayable before I got to this part. And I've seen what a well-trained hacker can do. A hacker with good programs, and Dodger doesn't have them. Sorry. Doesn't have them at all. Dodger's actually quite a bit of trouble. He took quite a beating in there. I think 150 damage. I'm gonna put the guys in Overwatch because there's no real traps right now, except for that guy, which just got 40 damage. Loser! You see those guys in front of the monitor? Like the big monitor? Yeah, those shoot the way I mentioned. Now I gotta heal myself. You might notice that I didn't really use the suppression yet. As I said, I forgot. But, thankfully, you'll see that it pays off in the end. Everything goes well, thankfully. Or does it? You have to see. It's really hard to post-commenting and not spoiler everything. Well, we're doing good so far. The worst, yes, is yet to come. We're doing good, kind of. Right there. God, I'm a bit tired. Right there, missing a 58% shot. I'm not gonna complain because it's a really bad chance to hit. But I'm still bitter about missing so many 90% shots. The last episode I had to cut so much out because it was taking so long. I was missing so much shots with... Oh, just awful. Awful. I remember in Shadowrun for the SNES, they didn't really have Matrix sections. It's been so long since I played it. I finished that game 2 times and I don't remember much about it because it was so long ago. I think it was last time I finished that game I was maybe 16 or 15. Yeah, so it's a long time. And I don't remember, I'm pretty sure there were no Matrix sections in that game. There were in the Sega Genesis version of Shadowrun, which was nothing like in the SNES version. So the SNES, the Genesis version, the Matrix sections weren't quite like this. It was top-down view. Quite different from actually the main game. I didn't play much of that version. I think I played it once and I didn't got that far at all. And honestly, the SNES version is the superior version. Shot in the face. Damn! 32 damage. And there's still a better pistol. There will be an upgrade to the pistol. One more. You'll see. And I, again, forgot. I really need to... Well, it doesn't matter now since this is the last Matrix section in the game, right? It doesn't really matter. But at least we got to deal with those enemies, and the worst, as I said, is yet to come. Call from Thomas the last stream. Oh, that other one said that Sam Watts and Melinda Watts, who's Sam's mother, was related to the owner of the company. Which is quite interesting information, isn't it? I just remember that. Dr. Pearson. Huh. You're not that good, dude. Not that good at all. You're gonna see right here a bit of... Actually, you won't see it at all, because I actually got lucky in the next room, believe it or not. George's not at home. You see that I got a bit lucky here. I'm gonna obviously keep Dodger behind, because if Dodger dies, I'm screwed. If the programs die, whatever, but if Dodger dies, I'm completely screwed, so I just revealed that. The spike ball right there, that program always causes problem. He does so much damage. Over 100 damage even. Which in turn is just awful. I'm yawning everywhere here. But I got lucky here. You'll see. I'll apply a bit of a hit and run tactic. I was thinking of sending Dodger up, but I think, yeah, I'll apply that hit and run tactic. Basically, I'll just send Dodger up, hit a guy, and then send him back. Because again, if your hacker dies here and I don't have another one, game over. Game over. The game's over, you have to restart. Well, from this section. And when you're this far, you really don't want to restart at all. And I misclicked there, so I only get one shot with Toto Biscuit. And I don't think I got any shots at all, so I'm gonna put everyone in Overwatch. Overwatch is a lifesaver sometimes. See here? Yeah, the door closed. The guy opened the door, he wasn't even near it, shot me, and closed the door. Sucks, isn't it? Nothing I can do. And honestly, the exploder programs, which is the one that just attacked, they're not that good at all. You think they'd be good, but the programs rarely bunch up enough so you can actually do a consistent amount of damage, so it's better to just attack with him. Uh, 135 damage, that's... Well, he did 100, but because of the debuff, it gets all incoming damage 25. And now I remember to suppress the alarm. Just now. You see, I'm not really good. But this proves the point that even if you forget, you'll still be good as long as you do it often enough. And you get so many fighting sequences like this, spend so much time in the Matrix even though there's so little of it, that this song I accidentally overwatched. But this song will get stuck in your head. Honestly, the songs... the songs aren't even that good. They're not really that memorable, they just get stuck in your head because they get stuck in my head because I've listened to them so much. And then TB will open the door, so the door will stay open. Shoot the guy in the face. But he goes back to a more favorable position. You can see a bit how the cameras help, but not really. They don't help all that much. You don't need to see them coming to know they're coming. That's what she said. And he missed. I mean, I don't need to know that there's an army of guys coming towards us. And there are so many guys coming ahead of us. And there are so many programs. It feels unnecessary. It feels like padding, you know, just... This part is supposed to be difficult, so we just throw a bunch of guys ahead of you. It's worse than Borderlands. Actually, no, it's not worse than Borderlands. Borderlands difficulty spikes are pretty awful. If you never played Borderlands, basically here's how difficulty works in Borderlands. The enemies have more health. They become health sponges. And that gets annoying because even though your damage does get higher, enemies live so much. They live so much, it gets so annoying dealing with the enemies there. And to be honest, this must be the hardest and most annoying part in the game. And it's not hard because, you know, it's difficult, it's just hard because it's annoying. In my personal opinion. Well done, mon ami. As it happens that Silverstar's office is on this very floor. About time a little good fortune came on our way, huh? Let's get this over with. As you say, not to stop those elevators. I'm sure that there's an accessible node in the system we can access. Find it. Okay, so we gotta find a freaking node. So we still have a bit of stuff to do in this place. I think there is one more room. maybe? I wanna say. 1 or 2. 1 more room. Pretty sure now. You'll see it. I almost went into Overwatch again. That could have been bad. At least we can just jack. I'm gonna say, at least we can jack Dodger off. Oh god, that's awful. I'm freaking 12. The humor. He's so classy. Let's get Dodger ahead. Talk about jacking off. Giving him a head. The classiest of humors, everyone. And Dodger's pretty hard. Probably heal him soon. Shot in the face! I'm gonna get myself ahead because at this point there's no point. And you can see my famous luck. Almost infamous now, the way it is. I don't expect to hit that guy though. Like 46%, I'm cool with missing him at this. I mean, I know what's getting ahead of me. And I'm wasting too much ammo with using that skill scatter shot. There's no point, there's not any using on those guys bunched up that would be good, but on a guy alone. Can we see? See, there's still so many programs to deal with. So many. And the alarm's pretty close, guys. Pretty close. Will it ring? Will it not? You'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z! No. We're done with this on this episode. Hopefully. 29%. Got lucky there. Worked out. I'm gonna get... Honestly, at this point, I'm on screw it mode. I'm gonna put that screw cover, screw everything. I'm just gonna kill these few programs that are left and be done with it. There are buffs that up the damage, but most programs fall within 3 attacks, so I never bother. I guess it would be good. I mean, I could be doing this better, but I don't give a crap. They just hate the Matrix too much to actually try hard at it. And this guy gets all up in our faces. I know, I remembered. Well, will it be enough? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball. I already did this joke. Enough. Enough. Well, only one program left. And I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, I'm sick. No way around it. Oh god. I'm a bit lightheaded actually. That's sinuses for you. See? Scatter shot comes in handy there. I actually did quite a bit of damage to those guys. I couldn't hit the guy behind there, but at least I'll be able to kill those Strauss. Alright. Hopefully. 77%. Ah, no, I did it. We did it, guys. I think this is the last wave, actually. Still that asshole behind there. Oh, he came forward. That's good. You just need to use the elevator control node and finish off the guys. Let's check off Dodger, shall we? Check out. Whatever. He gets minus 5 AP, which is honestly not that bad, especially in this situation. I never got into a situation where jacking out a guy because you can go back to the start and jack him out safely. But I never got into a situation where I got to get back to the start. Jacking out unsafely will probably screw me. I never got into that situation. And everyone is dead. You know what that means? No, it's not Fat Friday. It just means that I gotta get everyone to the elevator. Actually, I gotta get everyone there. That should be all of them. Yeah. Anything else can go wrong, somebody? Huh? Anything else gonna go wrong? You jackass! Honestly, just gotta get myself to that control node, then you should be good. I'm just gonna get everyone here because who knows, I might have to get them to the elevator, and that elevator is the one I need. You'll see. We'll see, actually. Because I'll activate it right now. Your comlink chirps again, and the Baron's face appears on screen. His voice is far less confident than before. This is new. What? What's new? Apparently, Mr. Silverstar's reputation for paranoia is well founded. This panel is hard-coded art control and cannot be accessed from the Matrix. It was not here yesterday. How did it have to install so fast? That shit's great. Got a new plan? Somebody will think of something. Very well, this will work, but the plan requires you, and only you, to stay the night. You see how many team badges they have. You will find the elevator once again under door control. Go to an empty parking garage in safety. Your hard help will be able to clear the building with ease. You, however, will be the last and newest employee concerned, guys. Yeah. So his plan didn't go according to plan. Honestly, they make Samedi to be like this badass hacker that he's like, well, it is. But it doesn't come out like that. He feels like comedic. English! You jackass. Feels like comedic relief, you know? And it's so annoying. Not one thing he plans out goes according to plan. You begin to notice a pattern. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. Just get on with it. Okay, get on with it, you bastard. Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his offices in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem created by you and your Shadowrunners, that situation ripe for exploitation now exists. You think you're pretty clever. Oui! While you waited here, I continued to probe looking into some of the less secure, more mundane Telestian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstar recently took delivery of several paintings he commissioned after being promoted to VP of Telestians. Yeah, whatever. On the same day, building maintenance report installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from Pucci Corp, although they attempt to obfuscate its use. I believe it is the safe. Really? The safe was in the safe, okay? I get it. You are very bright! Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's breaking. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need to be the one of the personnel he interviews in his office. Once you are inside, yeah, I get it. So we're gonna impersonate a guy in his office or whatever. Honestly, at this point, I was just so pissed at the game. I wasn't even voice acting, honestly. Basically, we're gonna be a janitor. We're gonna infiltrate the office. And there will be a small puzzle there. But for now, I'll leave you guys off here. I'll see you guys on the next episode. On the flip side. Bye-bye.